Hello everyone, welcome to today's AF3 stream. Sorry for that transition, this is definitely not AF1. We are here today at Mosport with the 7th round. We're getting real close to the conclusion of this thrilling, in my opinion, AF3 season. And yes, we're here at the Canadian roller coaster, that is Mosport, with a small cadre of drivers. Just think it's one of those things, you know. I think the season may have tired some people. People may have had certain qualms with certain cars, but at the end of the day, we have a nice group of drivers still racing. 13 is not bad. I just believe people are probably busy. However, I shouldn't dwell on that. We should probably have, hopefully, definitely, most certainly, have some pretty damn good racing today with a quality set of gentlemen. We'll go for a little bit with Basso Freak, as he's going to be putting the first time on the board for today. He's been looking mighty competitive in practice, so we'll see what he can do here in the Alpine as he comes around the final corner. A 122 on his Delta, looking very speedy, and he goes through to set a 122.9. Very, very, very fast right there. Ali Adamson next across the line with a 124.0. Nemanja Popovic pipping him to that position with a 123. Okay, everything's going crazy now, but Jack Olivier is now on top with a 122.7. Some very good first laps being set here for the time being. Joao Vicente Guerra going into third. Nemanja Popovic fourth. Oh, Lil Miata putting himself up to fifth before teleporting immediately to the pits. Ali Adamson down in P6 right now. And that would be a good point to mention, for the record, that Adamson has indeed confirmed that he is drunk while racing in this league race. So we will follow his progress with eagerness, let's say. But yes, Ali Adamson is indeed intoxicated as I stream right now, and that will be interesting for the race. My finger is ready to, if needs be, remove if anything bad happens. But there it is for the record. If anyone was wondering, our man here is intoxicated. So we're letting him race, but if anything happens, we're not going to take kindly to that, are we? Anyways, put that stream ping up. Round 7 at Mosport. So as I've been speaking right now, it does seem as if Josh Brooks has managed to put that chonky boy up into the third place grid slot. Down into fourth now, actually, as Joao Vicente Gerhard goes just a little bit quicker than him, putting his car into third place on the grid for the time being. Josh Brooks going around the corner and set another lap. Could be an outlap, actually, very well maybe. Round he goes around the final corner. Will there be an improvement? I do not believe so, because that probably was indeed an outlap. Who do we have on good laps right now? Let me get my stuff up for a moment. Put the admin panel away. Nemanja Popovic, currently green in the first sector. I say that, and he's already pulling off to the side. We'll follow Ali Adamson as he goes for another lap. A couple tenths off his Delta for the moment. Could pick it up in the latter half of the lap. All my best for him in this race. But right now it is looking quite comfortable for Jack Olivier, let's say, up there in first place. 3 tenths, just about ahead of Basso Freak in second place, if that's how I'm saying. Sorry, I haven't died. Alrighty, let's go back to this quali session. Sorry, I just took a moment to do something there. Ali Adamshire, our the Turk, comes round the corner to complete a fairly unremarkable lap, not changing his position at all. Lil Miata, however, still somewhat, maybe potentially in the hunt in this championship. He's up there. He's been pulling back a hell of a lot of points on Jack Olivier lately. 8th position is not what he needs right now, to put it frankly. Let's hope that, I believe with 7 minutes left to go in this quali session, there is certainly more that we can possibly see out of the Polish laddie. So yeah, we are going to see what happens with that. Jack Olivier blasting around in the gorgeous Supra. To set, could be another banger lap, unless this is indeed his out lap here. This track does look like a hell of a lot of fun, to be fair, with these cars. Sort of, kind of full load all the way around. Must be pretty tough to string together all the corners. You've got to keep every ounce of that momentum with you as you go. Ali Adamcha, in the meanwhile, setting a green first sector. Slightly worse middle sector, but up on his delta. Will he move up any places? The only person ahead of him is Antonio Raudalea. Will he move up? He is not able to, so close to that P6 spot. But he just isn't able to make it. Nemanja Popovic, in the meantime, pipping Josh Brooks to 4th place. Very, very, very good lap from him. Does Josh Brooks have an answer, however? We'll see him cross the line here. Don't know if it's a competitive lap he's on right now. But he goes through to, no, not a competitive lap, but this next one should be. Hello, Toaster. Sorry about my breathing. You're welcome. I think I was on my phone just sending stuff, and my breathing got the better of me. My apologies, sincerely. From yours truly. I'll just stop breathing. Yeah, I should definitely try that more often. I'm just praying to God that nothing bad happens, man. I want a race where I just don't have to intervene, because I don't have to leave the stream hanging and shit. Not fun, not fun. But if this absolute goof, otherwise known as Ali, decides to fuck shit up, then I may be left no choice. Hold on, is that a wild Togo Batoba that I've seen joining the server? Hold on, guys, hold on. I am race control today, indeed. Yeah. That'll be yeah, and I am indeed been given the absolute honor of doing double duty today, streaming and race control, just like last week. Because clearly there's definitely enough people around to do this. Honestly, I could have gone with friends to, for a pizza. I got 2 mates out there, at a restaurant. I could have just gone with them, but no, see? I'm just that good of an admin. I give up my free time. I give up my potential, meals, I don't eat because of this. I don't get much food. But I come here, I do this. I watch 13 to 14 retards drive around a Canadian track. So you're fucking welcome. I'm kidding. Anyways. Love you. I love you all. And I'm very good, Toaster. I'm very good, thank you. I'm in a very good mood today. Work's been good, and by work I mean sitting on my ass and drawing funny animals. The seminars have been good. Things are good. Things are very good. So let's just hope this doesn't ruin my fucking day. Meanwhile, as I say that, times have gotten better. Jack Olivier still not able to improve on his lap. With 3 minutes left, we have Basso Freak still in second. João Vicente Guerra in 3rd place. So I hear Josh's Panos chunder by, going marginally quicker by a couple hundredths there from Josh Brooks. But the order remaining relatively the same. So João followed by Nemanja, followed by Josh Brooks, Antonio Radolea, Ali Armcha. Very, very, very close to Antonio Radulea. I'm sure he's just trying to get a solid lap in. Yeah, Mosquito, get out there. Come on. More laps, more laps. No, I'm kidding. You rest up, buddy. Rest those little Polish arms of yours. They need their energy for the long and tough race ahead, you know. It's always a tough one. You know. This track is ass, Ben. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mosport's fucking sick, dude. What's that in the corridor? Huh, nothing. So, 2 minutes left to go. Ali driving abysmally. Of course. Oh, noticing as well, Lucas with the 125 dead. Fuck, giving like pole awards out. Like, you should give awards out for any guy that can set like a lap that's like dead on the second. They grew bigger, Mosquito. Wow, what have you been doing to them? Hmm? You've been wrestling? Yeah, I mean, it becomes a bit of a podcast when there's not much going on, you know, like when there's just laps being set. I guess I'm looking at the timing screens and these drivers, you know, they're just not that good anymore. they don't, just don't improve. Just don't improve on the sectors. It's just really, it's quite abysmal. Vival's going through, no improvement there, but he does have one more lap in which to potentially make some improvement. Already a 10th up through that one corner. So there's some pace in Vivals. Let's follow him for this lap. I say that, he proceeds to lose on his delta, but I have faith. I have faith in my mans. Go on, Vivals. Vivals the Italian. Throwing shade? Yeah, I have to. I have to. I have to throw shade every now and again. But Vivals zooming through. How can you say you don't like? How can anyone say they don't like Mosport? Look at this shit. Who the hell came up with this track? Like, it's so wavy, man. Like, look at it. Anyways, Mosquito. Not Mosquito. Vivo still on his lap. Will have to be bringing it back in the last sector. Josh Brooks actually, in the meantime, setting a purple last sector to put in his best ever lap, but his first two sectors weren't personal bests. That still puts him at odds with Nemanja just up ahead of him. And that's all that she wrote. Josh will stay P5. Vivos will come around the final two corners. Will need something magical here if he's going to pull out any more time from this McLaren of his. Eats that curve, eats the grass, and bins it on the corner, on the straight, as you do. Antonio Radulea giving him a little visit, saying hello. But I think that's everyone just about. Still got a few more people on laps actually, because I'm gonna just in a moment. My good friends, I will have to mute and hop into the VC to chaperone these fellows. In other words, give them their driver's briefing, and then return here. Hopefully, not have to go back to yell at them and call a safety car. But yeah, let's hope for that. Still got him, Milimiata not able to improve. G750 still on a lap. Juan still on a lap, actually. Ooh, Juan actually very, very late, last dying moments to go through to qualify a solid 8th. Ali not in the server anymore, actually. Interesting one there. He's qualified, but he's vacated the premises. G750 going across the line, not able to improve. That is everyone. Look at that angle. Look at that wheel angle. Oh my god. Everyone completed with their laps. So what I'll do now is before the next session, I'm going to go and read the driver's briefing. I'll mute myself on stream, and I'll be back momentarily.
Yeah, I had my photo settings on. I didn't change it to low.
How many laps?
I fucked up the last corner though. Would have beaten Antonio.
As a result, sorry, I thought you were finished. Sorry. Okay. As a result of my blue screen of death, some of my AC apps have decided not to work again,
Love
including
it.
car radar. So I'm on the CSP car radar now, which is a bit weird.
I turned my settings down. I have lower
You
FPS.
too,
now.
Matty, you too.
Gentlemen, I have returned. Let's get this grid walk really quickly underway. In first position, we have Jack Olivier, followed by Basso Freak, followed by Joao Vicente Guerra in third place. Fourth place is Nemanja Popovic. Fifth place, Josh Brooks, P6, Antonio Rodolea, Ali, P7, Lil Miata, P8, Juan Manuel Gutierrez, P9, Vivos, P10, Lucas Boischel, P11, G750, P12, Mosquito, P13, Togotoa, P14, and he rounds out the grid. Let us go to a decent track camera. I'm not going to find one actually in time. Let's go to the first corner to watch the guys go through. And away they go. Away they go. Sorry for that botched start, but here they all come. Down to the first corner. Jack takes a decisive lead over Basso Freak as the rest of the field filter through nicely. Josh Brooks actually losing out just a tiny bit there. Already in 6th place, Antonio making the move on him. Basso Freak trying to trail Josh, trying to stay on him. Sorry, trying to trail Jack, my apologies. Josh Brooks leading a little train here. Lil Miata, Ali Yardamcha almost causing a collision. Sliding back across the track, almost hitting Juan there. But right now he is somewhat safe. He has not caused anything major as of now. Up at front, Jack Olivier still leading the field. Basso Freak still very close behind. Nemanja Popovic looking hungry for Joao's third place podium position for the time being. All is close. All is very, very tense here on the first lap. Now we have Antonio Radulea under pressure from Lil Miata. Lil Miata actually side by side going into this high-speed section. Lil Miata just about ahead. Side by side they go down this whole straight up ahead. We have Nemanja and Joao side by side. Is Nemanja going to stick it around the outside? No, he does not. He has to concede the position. Slots in right behind Joao. Joao taking that position. In the meantime, Lil Miata has gotten past Radulea for 6th place. Josh Brooks back into 5th ahead of them. And Juan just trying to hold off Ali for the time being. These two already marking each other as rivals before the start of this race. But through they all go, nice and cleanly for the first lap of this race. Looking really, really great so far. Nemanja Popovic pressuring Joao Vicente Guerra ahead of him, and Josh Brooks pressuring Nemanja from behind. Joao going a little bit wide just there, potentially going to give Nemanja the run in this next section. Again, as I said, all about maintaining momentum throughout this whole circuit. Each corner feeds into the next, and they're all sweeping long with some precise throttle application you need for each one. Josh Brooks so close behind to Nemanja. Is he going to go for a dive of some sort going into this next section? He's going to not even think about it. Brakes glowing red as they enter this double hairpin. Josh Brooks follows this little convoy out, and we will hopefully see some of that Panos speed on display here on this next straight. As he gets closer and closer and closer, creeping up on Nemanja gradually. He will have to take the outside if he wants anything. Doesn't seem likely. Is the speed advantage enough? He looks to the outside. He may go for a send. Thinks about it, going very, very, very deep. Just trying to stay off the grass at this point. Position most certainly not made, but he remains very, very, very close to Nemanja ahead with a slightly better line than him through these corners, actually getting held up a bit as he's right on the bumper of the Polaris Motorsport driver. Jacques Olivier, in the meantime, up at the front, pulling away from the field, and this dilly-dallying from Joshua Brooks right here, giving the run to Little Miata to get up into this little group and fight for those higher positions. This battling in the meanwhile, letting Basso Freak and Jack both get away from the rest of the field gradually. Jack a little bit more so than Basso Freak, but not letting him go just yet. 1.2 seconds the gap between those two. Mosquito at the back of the field, less than a second from Joao Vicente Guerra. Hopefully they didn't curse him there. No, he's going through pretty okay. Josh Brooks only 3/10 behind. Nemanja going very wide there. That is Lil Miata. Is he going to lose anything? Radulea. Everyone going wide for some reason. Loads of people going wide. No idea what happened. Maybe there was some copycat braking there and everyone just decided to go straight off. But there we go. Still follow Josh Brooks following this little group here. We have this little trio spreading out just a tiny bit. It's all about keeping that momentum. If you lose it at any point, you're immediately vulnerable, and you're going to start to see anyone who's behind you really gain on you. And one of many of these corners, Josh Brooks has, again, the panels and some decent cornering as well. Josh Brooks closing up a significant amount on the Supra up ahead of him. Tighter line here than Nemanja Popovic up ahead. Only 2/10 separating the two of them. Serve a little freeze for a split second there. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Meanwhile, Lucas Boischel and Juan Manuel Gutierrez both battling hard. Lucas with slightly better line here, following Juan just out wide, but now that gives him the outside line for this next corner. Could that work? Is he going to stick it to the outside? He's going to hold it. Lucas is going to hold it the whole way around the outside. Is he going to make it stick? No, he's not, but he's going to go for the switchback actually into this next section. Whoa, that's Vivos spinning and spinning out in the background as a car on track. Nothing has happened with that, thank goodness. Everyone avoiding that very easily, to be completely honest. And hopefully Vivos can get going again, being slowly caught up by Mosquito at the moment. That'll be a chance maybe for him for a position, but that remains to be seen. Nemanja Popovic in the meantime, getting much closer to the back of Joao Guerra, slowly putting away just a little bit from Josh Brooks, but this battling here could bring them all nice and close together. Joao, defensive in the braking zone. Nemanja's going to try around the outside here, but the car's just understeering to Kingdom Come. Has to back out and has to give Joao that position, let him keep it for the time being. And as I said, that has given Josh the run. That panel is looking absolutely ferocious in the rearview mirrors of the Supra driven by Popovic. Josh Brooks going for that tight line in this corner and using all of the track on the outside. Mosport got some lovely track limits going on here. However, this group pulling away a little bit from the guys behind. But let's follow this. Ali Adamchuk. Ooh, Miata hits a bump, loses a little bit of momentum. As I said, momentum absolutely crucial as he follows Lil Miata through this section. Round the outside, rubbing together they are, but Ali Adamchuk going round the outside, he's going to be able to stick it. He's still there. He's still holding it, but Miata just is able to close off that door as Ali falls behind just a tiny bit. Yardamchuk not quite done yet, follows him nice and close through this next section, just behind. Is he going to go for a move? No, he's not. He's going to think better of it. Eats all of the curb right there, but still right on the tail end of Lil Miata here, fighting tooth and nail for P7. Awesome stuff. As I say this, Josh Brooks within 2/10 of Nemanja. Getting closer, ever closer to the back of that Supra. Is he going to try even up the inside this time? No, but Nemanja's going seemingly quite deep here. Is Josh going to think he's going to put the nose of that panels up the inside? No, he's not, but he's going to have the better line going through these final corners. Josh always seemingly with a very good line here. Nemanja going quite wide, taking a lot of grass as Radulea seemingly making a mistake and hemorrhaging 2 positions too. Lil Miata and Ali Yardamchuk behind. Josh Brooks still 2/10 behind Nemanja up ahead. Awesome stuff from the British driver. It's just the closest battle on track. Got to follow it. G750 meanwhile, Togo side by side into T1. Is G going to try it around the outside? Yes, he's going to still have it. Is he going to hold it though? Going very wide, coming back on track just ahead of Togo. If that was a move for that position. Awesome stuff from G750. Togo, however, not quite done with him just yet. Making move back side by side. They go into the next corner. That's Togo around the outside. And he makes the move stick. Awesome stuff from Togo round the outside. That corner looking generally pretty delectable for any people willing to try the outside. Oh, Ali coming into contact with Miata. Just a moment of drunkenness. No, a moment of lapse of concentration. Lucas Boischel, meanwhile, has spun around at the exit. A little bit too much oversteer in that Supra. Very frustrating. He loses a few positions, goes down to 12th for the time being. And that is very unfortunate for him. Hopefully he will keep going and keep fighting in this race. V-Wolf's now gaining on him very slightly. However, this trio is still largely unseparable. But what isn't unseparable is Jack Olivier and Basso Freak. Jack Olivier now pulling out quite a significant gap over the reserve driver behind. 2.7 seconds now the gap between the two of them. Meanwhile, at the back, V-Wolfs and Mosquito having a battle. Is V-Wolfs going to try on the inside here? He's looking for it, but it doesn't go for the move. Going to slot in behind V-Wolfs for this last section. follows him closely as he can. And Vival's maintaining 13th position for the time being. Meanwhile, action aplenty still here between Ali Adamcha and Lil Miata, as Ali follows him very, very, very closely through that set of corners. Antonio Raudaleo looking feisty as well. Another little trio developing here at Mosport. Is Ali going to go for the late move? No, it's not going to happen. Maybe that'll compromise him and give the advantage to Antonio. It does very slightly. Each of the drivers losing little bits here and there throughout that corner, but the positions remain the same. Miata getting a tiny bit of breathing room as Ali makes the slightest of errors, but Raudaleo behind, making up a little bit of ground. There's very even gaps everywhere. It's too perfect. Mosquito, however, still on the tail end of Vivos. Very, very cautious through this section, eating a lot of curb. Is that Vivos going slowly by any chance? Is he waiting? Oh, crap, I've missed something here, haven't I? Whoa, Antonio absolutely all over the shop right here. Losing out clearly, must have made some sort of adventurous move on the guys ahead of him, but not paying off for the time being. Meanwhile, Nemanja and Joao closer than ever. Is Popovic going to try a move into this next corner? It's going to have to be a late one. Doesn't try it. Going to slot in right behind Joao for the time being. And into this next section is going to be right on his bumper. Josh Brooks still the angry panels in the mirror, not going anywhere. And still, the guys ahead, not actually pulling away an awful lot. Popovic looking to the outside on Joao, going to look potentially for that switchback, but Joao covering it off very well with some very good defense right there. But the gap still not increasing too much. Nemanja very, very close to the tail end, getting that slipstream just about. Gap closing. He's getting closer with that slipstream. Is going to pull out to the left. He pulls out very slightly. Are we going to see a potential round the outside maneuver here? He holds it. He's going to go for it round the outside. Nemanja Popovic all the way. Is he going to be able to do it? Joao holding the outside. Nemanja going to have the inside for the next corner. And it looks like a done deal. Nemanja moves up into third place with an amazing outside move in that final sector. The deal looks done. Joao slots in behind for P4, and Nemanja is up into podium positions after an incredible move. Some awesome driving from everyone today, and that has given Josh Brooks the hurry up to start getting some of these positions that are right in front of him, but just aren't yet available to take. Speaking of, he's now within just 1/10 of Joao. Is he going to go for a late move? Thinks about it, but not going to quite make it. Slots in just behind him. A little bit tail happy there on the exit, but stays P5. Mosquito in the meanwhile making a move on Vivos, going very deep, but he's going to hold on to it just about. Mosquito up into P13. Looking like he is most certainly going to be one of these, or is going to be a combination of these two on the front row in the next race. Meanwhile, Josh Brooks and Joao Guerra has fallen behind Josh Brooks. My apologies, but I had to cover the other action, give the lower guys a bit of screen time. But side by side, they now go. Joao and Josh into the next corner. Is Josh's speed going to allow him to get up close enough to the side to make the outside maneuver? It looks already like a done deal. Joao has this corner, but a little bit more cautious on the entry, and you can see how much you can close up or lose in these sections with just those slight differences in throttle input. Really a technical track here at Mosport. And Joao using up all of the curb and then some at the final corner. As with 2 minutes left to go, Josh Brooks is going to be trying his utmost to get past Joao for 4th position. Either way, it's a good race to be finishing in 5th, but there's more on the table for the river racing driver. Very, very, very exciting through this first little sector. Massive T1 and T2. Joao going a little bit wide, going to leave the door open for Josh actually to come right through. The gap closing up massively for the time being. And the hunt is still very much on, looking like 2 or 3 more laps left of this race. Josh going very, very, very deep here. And just following Joao so closely through this section. It's so tantalizingly close. What has happened there? What has happened there with Josh? He just went straight on for a second. No idea what happened there. Must have been some technical issue, but Josh has hit the wall and now Joao is 2 seconds off. Thank you very much. I'll take that free air. And he's off on his way. Lil Miata and Raudaleo, though, still battling with each other for 7th place. Ali seemingly has made it past this little trio and is now up into 6th place. Not bad for a man who is intoxicated at the wheel. Don't drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen. But these two going to take this battle to the very end, hopefully. Radulea so tantalizingly close to the rear end of the Polish driver. Yeah, that sounds really bad if I say it back in my head. Antonio going for a wider line here into the next corner. Gonna gain massively on Lil Miata here. Actually, so much so that he's alongside him right now. Side by side they go into this next section. Let's follow this. Oh, Antonio going a little bit too wide and crashing massively into the concrete barrier on the side of the track. Absolutely demolishes himself in the process. My goodness, that was ugly. That would have been catastrophic in a real race. But Antonio Raduleas, that battle is not going to go to the end. Commentators curse striking once more. The closest battle we have really at the time. For the time being, sorry. Who am I yawning? Is these ones essentially. But there you go. The race sort of winding down just a tiny bit for the time being. Things settling, I guess. If you're just joining now, you have missed a lot of the action. But we do have Jack Olivier leading out in front. Basso Freak not far behind, only 3.8 seconds. The gap built up, but I'm sure Basso Freak would have much rather had it the other way. Race 2 is set to be some real fireworks, I am most certainly hoping. Should be really, really, really intriguing with the reverse grid, with this combination and these guys, this car and this track. Should be really interesting. Indeed, a very clean race, a really clean race. It's the exact kind of race I need while on double duty. So I will have to thank all of the guys in, go to social credit. Yeah, let's follow. Yo, we have the social credit pairing. 10th and 11th, some insane positions here today. Must be fun to not have to spend hours on stewarding. It is fun. It's very fun. My Mondays are so nice when we have a nice, quick, lovely steward stream. So thank you to everyone today for racing so well and giving me a nice, chill Monday next week, hopefully. But anyways, let's get back to what's going on, which isn't an awful lot. Jack on the final lap, about to cross the line and win here at Mosport. Little bit of an easy victory, lights the flag for Jack Olivier once again this season. Basso Freak finishing an excellent 2nd place. Very, very good driving from the, I think, reserve, might be main driver now. Nemanja Popovic, a very well for and very well deserved P3 with an awesome, awesome move on Joao to put him there. Josh Brooks just not able to convert those battles into any positions, but still finishing P5. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Ali Ardamchur finishing P6, I believe, making about 1 or 2 positions up in that race. Not bad at all. Better than what many people anticipated from this man going into this race. But there you go. Lil Miata, after some intense battling and some rubbing and racing with Ali Ardamchur, comes home to finish P7. Antonio Radulea, after also battling valiantly with a few minor slip-ups, finishing P8. Juan Manuel Gutierrez finishing P9. Lucas Boischel, after an unfortunate spin, finishing P10. Togo Patobo doing some Chinese government-approved donuts, finishing P11. Awesome performance from, no, actually pretty okay performance from him. G750 12th. Mosquito 13th. He will start P2 in this next race. And Vivov's P14. Actually, still not done with this race just yet. So there you go. Finally back. My mic was on the whole damn time. You haven't heard from me since quali? Oh, for fuck's sake. No way. I hate you, Toaster. I hate you, Toaster. I was actually so stressed because I have like a really easy to press button on my headset that mutes my mic. Fucking hell. You actually got me so good there. For fuck's sake. I've been cheated. I've been bamboozled. God damn it. Anyways, that was a pretty decent, a very nice, very clean, lovely race 1 here at Mosport. And now we pray to whatever god there may be that race 2 will not be absolute goddamn chaos. Time out. Please time out, Toaster. Time out, Toaster. Alright. Let's take you through the grid for this reverse grid race here at Mosport. We have on the front row pole position Vivulfs, starting alongside Mosquito in P2, G750 P3, Togopotoba P4, Lucas Bushel 5th place, Juan Manuel Gutierrez 6th, Antonio Rolea P7, Lil Miata P8, Ali Adam Jarnja P9, Josh Brooks P10, Joao Vicente Guerra P11, Nemanja Popovic P12, Basso Freak P13, and starting last on the grid in 14th, Jacques Olivier. Awesome little grid we have here. Thank you, PayPal, for sponsoring this. Thank you. Don't mind PayPal, not a bad bunch. But anyways, 40 seconds till lights out. I'm going to really quickly wish the lads best of luck. Be on.
I feel warm.
Good luck.
Yes. Game freezer.
It was boring.
It was
You're making
boring,
it more
honestly.
exciting than the last one.
I am tired.
What?
20 seconds.
Yes.
Okay, I'm back, boys. Yes, and right in time, as we have empty lights sitting there, waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 red lights here at Mosport. A jump start for Mosquito. Oh, how unfortunate. How unfortunate. Run, Mosquito, run. Run. Make up what you can. But everyone filing through behind the early starting Polish man. What on earth happened there for him? Clearly just a little slip up, some nerves clearly from being on the front row. And through they all go. Lil Miata getting a little bit of a push. Is that, hopefully that doesn't cause traffic jam. Oh, people absolutely looking for some room, some positions. Ali Armcha in the thick of all this. Hopefully doesn't die. Joao going for a trip in the grass. He don't know what he's looking for out there, but he's not going to find much. Some ferocious battling here. G750 already losing 3rd place to Togopotoba up into 4th. Lil Miata absolutely speedy in here. How many cars is that? Okay, that is indeed a safety car. This is race control. This is race control. All cars, virtual safety car is
Mosquito
out.
is Peter. Mosquito is
Thank you,
Peter.
Matthew.
Mosquito was Peter.
Nemanja, we couldn't
I was
go.
Okay,
We
go
were
by.
locked with each other.
That was quite a
No.
concertina.
All right. If
Go,
you guys,
go,
if
go,
G.
go.
I
Yeah,
want to say I'm sorry. I don't
Okay, who the fuck didn't break?
Mosquito,
me.
do the drive
Well, I
through
break,
now.
but
Yeah, I do the drive through now.
you were pretty slow, to be
Okay,
honest.
That was
Mosquito.
Mosquito got a jump.
Are we all okay to potentially start on this lap?
Yes, I'm the last guy.
Is everyone okay? Okay, so restart zone now. Leader may go 80, maximum 100 for all other drivers. Now entering the restart zone. Green flag, green flag, green flag. And hello, I am back. Had to end up stepping in to do my duties here as the race control, but Josh Brooks side by side with Jacques Olivier. Josh having the inside for this next corner. Jack having to just about concede, slotting in right behind the panels, but looking for an opening on the inside, switching to the outside. Is he going to go round the outside on Joshua Brooks? He's going to hold it. He's going to hold it, and he's going to make it work. Josh getting a little bit tail happy in the panels, but they're going about 3 wide here. This is absolute chaos here in race 2. Awesome stuff from this whole field. It's going to get chaotic down here at the double hairpin. Turbo now being pressured by Jacques Olivier. Oh, please don't tell me there's going to be another pile up here. They all go through just about okay. That is 2 cars sideways, but they all seem to be going through just about okay. Togwa all over the place, but just about the whole field managing to get through. Absolutely chaotic here. First few laps here at Mosport. Jack Olivier already up to 4th through the chaos. Absolutely insane work here, but so many cars going through this next section. It's going to be damn crazy. For now, let's go on board with Lucas. We'll go for a frontal camera for this little bit as Juan going right past him. I should use this camera off. This is fucking sick. Looks for a move. Is he going to make it 2? No, he's going to make it 1, passing Juan round the inside. And he's going to make it sick, I think, maybe, but Juan is still on the outside of him. Side by side they go into this next corner. Is Juan going to hold it around the outside? No, he does not. He goes for the deeper line. Might be looking for the cutback on Lucas into this next corner. Right behind him he sits. Is he going to go for that inside? Looks towards it, but not going to make it work. Lucas going very, very, very deep in the meantime. And Juan is going to get the run on him into this next section. Meanwhile, Jack Olivier and Antonio Radalea and V-Wolves all in battle. Josh Brooks right behind, ready to pick up any of the pieces. Will Josh Brooks actually be able to make any gains from the battling ahead of him this time in the panels? 3 of them, they all go into the next corner. Antonio absolutely flying across the thing, across the curb. That is very unfortunate for V-Wolves. That is an absolute takeout. DNF for V-Wolves after that collision. He's had enough. That is not fun. That is a complete murder on the part of Antonio Radalea. Can we get some +5s in the chat? G750 all over the place in the background. I wish I could call out some yellow flags, but I got to keep streaming. Joao pressuring Josh a huge amount into this next section, making sure no sneaky maneuvers happen, but Josh sliding right up behind him. Looks to the inside, but can't really make it work. Still following the Supra nice and closely. Already Basso Freak right behind this lot. Looking hungry. Looking to try and get back into podium positions. Trying to make a double podium as Josh Brooks assertively switches to the inside, but not able to make it work with that tighter line. Joao with the wider line making it work and staying ahead. I'm so sorry to hear that, V-Wolves. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's just really, really, really not fair. You never ever want to see moves like that being made in a league race. So sorry about that, bro. Come back stronger next time. You got this. Meanwhile, Joao trying to fend off a angry, very feisty lot of drivers made up of Nemanja, Basso Freak, Josh Brooks, and Ali Yardimcher just at the back of the group. But they all file through the double hairpin here. Basso Freak looking very, very, very close to the rear end of Josh Brooks. May have the slipstream here on this occasion. Is it going to be 3 wide? We are seeing 3 wide here on the main straight, or the back straight here at Mosport. Josh Brooks side by side with Joao Vicente Guerra on the inside. They are 3 wide into this next section. How is this going to end? Who's going to yield? Who's going to back out? Josh Brooks seemingly moving ahead of the lot of them. That is the position made on Joao for the time being, up into 3rd place. And there you go, that's the move made. Josh Brooks now securely up into 3rd position. Awesome, awesome 3 wide moment. Awesome, awesome stuff from these lot here. And Josh Brooks takes 3rd place. Basso Freak still waiting for some gains from this, and he may just get some as Joao takes a very, very, very wide line. May have some dirty tires coming back onto track in this next section. Not going to help him one little bit. Nemanja getting involved in this as well in 6th place. After Basso Freak getting held up, going to potentially have some ground to make up. So close behind. Ali Yardimcher is going to get involved. We have a massive, massive bunch of drivers right here, all contending for that 4th place at the moment as Josh tries to scamper away, trying to secure his 3rd place spot as Jacques Olivier now begins the hunt for Little Miata's P1 position. There's this absolute convoy of cars behind, jostling for position, trying to make their way up the field. Absolute gaggle of cars all coming here. Basso Freak jumping out to the left-hand side, going for the outside line into this next corner. Quite powerful. Josh having a screen freeze. Josh having a screen freeze, coming back on track, losing 4 positions in one go. That is so unfortunate for him. I do believe that's what the issue was. Reported a screen freeze in the first race, got a blue screen of death before the race. Some real technical issues going on for Josh, and that is so unfortunate. Goes into the pits. That may be a technical DNF for Josh Brooks here, and he's gone. He's out of the sewer. That is not what you want to see from anyone. That gives Basso Freak a podium position free of charge. in this race right here. All the drivers taking the widest line possible round that first corner. And Joao so close to the rear end of the Alpine ahead of him. Ali looking very feisty further behind. Oh, a little bit of a tap on Basso Freak. Basso Freak taking to the grass there. That looked like a very adventurous move from Joao there, and not paying off and not ending cleanly. Race 2 looking to be a spicy one. Some definite reports going to be coming out of this one. But for the meantime, Nemanja right on the rear end of Joao, still seemingly essentially clearing out the Alpine that was ahead of them before. Basso Freak going to be looking to come back better than ever. Speaking of fierce battles, I can feel one brewing here at the front as Jacques Olivier getting very close to the leading car of Lil Miata for the time being, side by side. However, let's follow this for the time being. Nemanja Popovic, is he going to do it again? Is he going to make it work around the outside for the second race in a row? He's holding it, just sticking off the grass, but Joao, slides ahead in front of him and keeps the position. This is absolutely nip and tuck racing between these two, just about on the edge of cleanliness. But Joao keeps that position so damn close between the two of them right there, so close to some sort of massive collision in these fast sections. As I say this, Jacques Olivier side by side with Lil Miata now. Around the outside he goes. Little bit of a drift there. Did that help him? It may very well have, but Lil Miata keeps that position, pulls a tiny bit of a gap, the tiniest bit of breathing room he can possibly have. And is still keeping P1. Jack absolutely harassing him for the winning position here for the time being. It's just a matter of how long. Doesn't matter, not a matter of whether he can or can't. It's how long till. I mean, I hope that there can be the potential for Miata to take this, but Jack looking for the move there, not able to make it work. Little bit of a bump there between Jack and Lil Miata, but still no move being made. Joao gaining a decent bit off that battle, little by little. These group of three are gaining on these top two. It's just a matter of how long can Lil Miata hold the Frenchman off for. Some fierce battles we've seen for these guys so far throughout the season, but this may be another hallmark example of these two excellent drivers going up against each other. Jack being held up significantly by the Alpine ahead. Lil Miata doing everything he can to just hold on tight, but Jack looks to have that inside for the next corner. Slotting in behind Lil Miata, biding his time, not going to go for any adventurous moves. Lil Miata very cautious through this next section, knows where he can position his car, knows what he can and can't do, going very wide, coming back onto the track rather suddenly. Let's follow them through this next section. Jack, again, sliding the car, getting a bit of drift on there, getting that extra rotation you want, using the oversteer of the Supra into that corner. Now still following Miata so close, and the gap has gone down to 1 second at this point. The battling. If Lil Miata's trying to make this spicy, he sure as hell is, because we have a group of 3 other Supras ready to join this battle here, and the holding up is not stopping for the time being. Jack not able to get past Miata's road blocking here at Mosport, looking really exciting in the last 4 minutes of this race. The lead battle, hot, and heating up. Awesome stuff here. Little trader cars all here. Jack actually dropping back a tiny bit from Lil Miata, probably realizing he needs to get off the back of him. Come on, Nazim. What do you mean, Nazim? He's trolling. Yes, there is trolling. Jack so close to the back of that Alpine, just not able to make it through. 1.3 seconds. Oh, Lil Miata's sliding out wide, hitting the barrier here, but just able to keep it on the track. What the hell happened there? How is he still there? Jack losing time out to Joao. Joao now somehow is up ahead of him. Joao into P2. Joao has overtaken Jack. The holding up has worked. 2.5 seconds has gone down to nothing, and now Jack is fighting for third position as well as first. A little bit of contact there between Jack and Lil Miata. If these guys don't simmer down between them, there's going to be a definite chance of Jack winning this race. Jack sliding through the next corner. That is Nemanja, who is right behind him now. The next up on the gauntlet of drivers to overtake him. This is looking absolutely incredible here. The last 2 minutes of this race, and we have probably 4 people in contention for this win here at Mosport. This is some exciting stuff. Jack going for the move. Lil Miata maybe not leaving him all the room. Jack getting punted. This is absolute chaos here. Drivers all over the place. That's not 4. They're all going okay, but Jack Olivier, through all the chaos, has the lead of this race. Lil Miata losing out hugely here, falling down to 6th place. That's going to be one that we may see in the steward stream. God, so sorry for little Miata right there, but that was just so tight. Never going to work. Nemanja so close to the back of Jack Olivier. This is certainly not over yet. There is definitely all of the possibility of the world for some challenges from other drivers if they can just hold onto the rear end of the Frenchman. Nemanja not losing out just yet. Hopefully they can all hold on and keep this interesting for the last 2 laps or so. But Jack has some lightning fast pace, and they're going to have to pump in a pretty good down set of 2 laps to keep up with him in this last dying stage of this race. Nemanja already falling back about 4 tenths behind. Still a lot of battling. Antonio Rodalea behind Togo Turbo. Jesus Christ. Nemanja Popovic only 3 tenths behind Jack Olivier. Are we going to be seeing some very late lunges, some last minute maneuvers here at Mosport, because everyone just wants to take that winning spot off Jack Olivier? It will be back-to-back victories here at Mosport if he's able to hold on to this one. Nemanja just needs to be able to keep close to the Luck Brothers or Blockade Brothers Racing car driven by Jack Olivier. Beso Freak in the meantime side by side with Ali Adamcha. Ali currently in a podium position here in this race. Down the inside goes Ali. Beso Freak leaving in the room, but Beso Freak holding the inside for the next corner. Is he going to be able to? No, Ali shutting the door off. A little bit of contact between him and Beso Freak. Beso Freak getting sent into the pit lane. A pit maneuver right there. Holy crap. Beso Freak has been sent to the pit lane realm. Oh my god, that is so unfortunate. Holy crap. Oh my god, that seemed like a racing incident in all its features, but no, that is Beso Freak relegated from that battle down in 7th place. You cannot make this shit up, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Nemanja Popovic within 2 tenths of Jack Olivier, keeping him honest, keeping him there, in his sights, in his scope. To the dying moments of this race, we will have this lap and 1 more lap, ladies and gentlemen. Can Nemanja keep the pressure on? Can he potentially steal that first position off Jack Olivier here at Mosport? Goes for the deeper line, goes for the cutback. Is that going to give him a better run onto the straight? He's very close to Olivier on this occasion. Let's go with this onboard. You only just realized now I swore? Well, I've got news for you. Anyways, let's get back to this shit. Nemanja Popovic closer, ever closer to Jack Olivier. Going to look to the outside. Is he going to try an outside maneuver like he has done before? This could be big. This could be mega. Nemanja around the outside of Jack. Is he going to be able to hold it? He's holding the inside for the next corner. Is he going to make the move stick? Jack giving him the room there. Gives him the outside for the next corner. Jack with the inside now. Nemanja switches back. Just bumping a little bit of the curb. So close. This is awesome racing here. Is Nemanja going to go for the wider line? Yes, he is. Swoops wide, swoops back in deep. Still so close to Jack Olivier. We are on the final lap of the race right now. There is nothing between these two. It could go either way, genuinely, between them. If Nemanja can set himself up perfectly for those last set of corners, we will see some fireworks. This is awesome stuff here. Nemanja and Jack locked in battle. Who's going to come out on top? Through they both go together into this next section. This is where it all comes together. You need that run for the straight or it's not going to happen. Nemanja knows what he needs to do, knows the line he needs to take, goes a little bit deeper, gives Jack the room he needs. Is that going to be enough for the slipstream? Yes, he's within about 2 to 3 tenths. Let's go on board with him now. Is he going to be able to catch up to him? Ah, slowly, he's catching to the back of the Supra. Oh, I don't know if it'll be enough though. He's getting so close. Nemanja going to have to absolutely send it here on Jack Olivier. 1/10. He's going around the outside. He's going to try his hardest to hold on, but Jack Olivier is going to hold it seemingly for the win. Is anything going to be able to happen in this last corner? No, he's not. So close is Nemanja Popovic to this win, but he's just not going to get it. Jack Olivier will come across the line to win here at Mosport. My god, that was a fucking amazing race. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. That was an incredible battle for the win right there. So hard fought. Awesome respect and awesome racing for all of the guys involved. So happy to see that. Awesome stuff. I really didn't expect much from this race, but here we go. Awesome, awesome stuff. Ah. Whew. Jesus Christ. Whew. I still have drivers coming across the line. In the meantime, 2 DNFs from this race, as a matter of fact. The Mosquito coming across the line to get some points in P12. A little sympathy punt there for G750 in 11th. Oh my goodness. My god. Drunk Ali P3 in the meantime. Didn't even mention it. Ali Ardenshaw coming across the line in fucking P3. That is what I like to see. Sort of, maybe. The moral of the story is don't drink drive. Guys, don't do it. We're gonna go to streaming channel and see what we can do. We're gonna pull Jacques Olivier in here and get some goddamn interviews going. Because we need to hear about this damn race. So let's get it all set up for an AF3 interview. And let's get our main man, Jacques Olivier, in here for the time being. I'll get him and is Joao there? Joao is not there. Hello, Jacques. Hello.
Hey.
Oh my god, dude. You gave me a damn heart attack. That was some incredible battling there in race 2. Race 1 seemed just, there's not much really to say for that, but race 2, that was really quite a battle. How did you find that second half of that race?
Well, it was entertaining, let's say.
Entertaining, yeah, for me for sure. But how was it from your POV? It got really hectic. There was about 4 of you in one corner at one point, and it all kind of came to grief.
Well, yeah. Basically, I was trying to overtake Miata, but the thing is, the Alpine for some reason is extremely quick in the straights, so I couldn't really get a good run at him. And then I tried overtaking him in a corner, but every single time he would just like weave really aggressively, and we'd lose a lot of time, both of us. So it didn't really benefit any of us for him to defend like that. So eventually they caught up. I tried going the inside of him, but I'm not sure. I think he didn't leave me enough space, but I don't know. I haven't watched the replay, so I cannot tell. But yeah, it kind of shit show happened. Like Joao tried to sneak up the inside, but hit someone, then hit me, then he spun Miata out. I don't really know. It was strange. And then near the end, I had a fun battle with Nemanja.
That was very good, though.
For 3 laps or so. So yeah.
I'm glad I was able to give space for that by slowing everyone else down.
There was it was so weird. I was watching that with anticipation. I was watching Miata and Jack battle. I was like, that gap is going down. It's gone down by a second and a lap, and everyone is catching up now. Before I knew it, there were 5 people up there within like 2 seconds, able to challenge for a
fun.
win.
Race two was fun.
It looked very cool. I mean, that whole that little chaotic incident. I don't even know what happened. I lost words at that point. But and then I saw Jack just sailing out in front as per usual.
I mean, fucking my first podium of the season is when I had 0 practice and I'm half drunk.
So, moral of the story is, everyone, be like Ali.
Drunk.
Don't practice, drink drive. That's the AF3 motto. No, that felt, at least in my eyes, like quite a well-deserved victory, Jack. With only Nemanja being about like literally right behind you as he crossed the line. Besides the other stuff, did you feel that battle at the end was quite worthwhile?
Well, with Nemanja it was fun, but with Miata it wasn't. Like, it's not the kind of battle I want to have. Like, just weaving to defend all the time. I don't think that's how you should do it. So yeah, but the rest was fun. Yeah.
That is good indeed. It was quite the spectacle for the stream as well. I mean, and that's always secondary to the racing, but still, it was an awesome race. I went absolutely nuts with the commentary when some of the stuff happened. Josh having a very unfortunate time of it. Miata as well, falling down in the end to like P6 and whatnot. I'll get Nemanja in here as well, see what he has to say about it after battling with Jack.
Me and Nemanja were way at the back because of a crash.
Yeah,
early on.
yeah.
You, Polly, in race.
Hmm?
You moved the channel.
I moved the channel?
I don't know who.
Anyway. But Nemanja, yes, I brought you in here just to ask about that race. You started way back, or you fell way back towards the start, but before the end, you were basically side by side with Jack, almost for the win. How did you find that battle and the race building up to it?
It is so tough to overtake here. Like, incredibly hard to find spot. Every corner is basically, you have the inside, you have the corner, you get a better exit. because this car just understeers so much. And so with Jack, I would inevitable that I get P2.
You were very close though. On that second to
Yeah,
last lap, you were
yeah.
virtually alongside, and it was just a matter of Jack being able to close the door at just the right moment. It was so damn close. You definitely check the replay to see just how close you guys were, because it seriously looked like it was close to death at points. But
I guess I was a little nervous at the last opportunity.
natural, yeah, naturally.
Yeah. So I missed my braking point. I went wide, and Jack just went on to take the victory.
Still, a hard-fought P2
Still,
and a
yeah.
pretty damn good one, and an amazing result for you and Ali. Ali finishing third in that race. You two absolutely taking advantage of everything
Yeah,
else
don't
that happened.
forget I got a podium in race 1 also.
You did as
That's
well.
a
That is
great
an
P2.
incredible result. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, I
The
forgot you got that.
whole of race 2, it was basically just me waiting until people in front of me crashed because I thought they would, and they usually did. I only did a few overtakes really.
Gotcha.
But I was just more careful than the rest. Maybe I should be drunk. I'm more careful when I'm drunk.
Well, I don't know. I can't say I would want to get used to that, but you know, there you go. And on that bombshell, I do believe we'll end the stream there. I hope that all of you guys watching enjoyed that as much as I did, because quite frankly, towards the end, whatever the story, that was quite an awesome race to watch. And be sure to join us again next week for the finale. As for announcements, Denny asks, I'm currently not at this very moment. I can't actually do that. Like,
No. We're announcing today.
Are we?
Yeah. Josh
What,
is gone.
car or
Car
what?
and calendar. Josh is gone because he had
Okay.
his
I'll,
PC died, but
I
look
will
in
do that
AF3
then.
related
I know. I got it. I got it.
pin. Yeah.
Pin messages. Okie dokie.
And
So.
you know the car, so.
So everyone, for those of you that are still here, it's now time for the announcement. So I am very, very pleased to announce that AF3 Season 9, the car for that season will be the Audi TT Cup. If you guys didn't hear that over Ali screaming, it will be the Audi TT Cup. Back again, the old classic, the beloved TT.
Season 3 Titi.
Yes, it's back, ladies and gentlemen. And we have quite a banger of a calendar on for you guys. I'll read it off. You guys will be able to see it in all its glory soon, but I'll just read it off to give you guys a hint.
I'll put it in general when you're done.
Do it. But we will be starting off at Assen, then Road America round 2, Oschersleben round 3, Codegua
Motto,
round
not
4.
the shitty one.
Yep, the good one. Drivers vote, because Codegua round 4. Drivers vote will be between Washington, D.C., Trois-Rivières, I think. Apologize for my awful French accent. And Orchard Central. I recommend Orchard Central. Give those tracks a go before you vote. Sonoma will be back again. Classic, repeating some awesome past races in AF. Codegua also another repeat. But Sonoma for round 6. Someone in chat not very happy with that. Bekaniki for round 7, and for the finale, we will be using the Dragon Trail Double Dragon in reverse, which should be absolutely awesome.
Wait, is it reverse?
It's the 2. It's the
Oh, 2 means reverse. I didn't even know that. I don't know
I
how
believe so.
which one. Yeah.
That's just how it's determined. So I do hope you guys are all happy with that calendar. There's been a lot of discussion, a lot of just stuff that's gone into getting that calendar to where it is now. A lot of testing, late nights of just trying stuff out, asking what our drivers council thinks of all this stuff. And there you go. That's how AF3 Season 9 is shaping up to be. Sign-ups, all that crap will be coming along very shortly. But for now, get hyped and get signed up when that's available to happen. Hope you're all happy to hear that.
Indeed.
It sounds like it's gone down somewhat well. But moving on to what we have coming up, tomorrow will be the return of AF4. We will be racing at Watkins Glen Classic, I do believe. Yes, Watkins Glen Short, actually. So it's like the old layout. It misses the bus stop, it misses the boot and everything. With the Ginetta G55 Super Cup, which should be awesome. We also have on the Saturday AFX as well at Mid-Ohio at 6 p.m. Be sure to tune to that. Hopefully that'll be streamed. Hopefully F4 will be streamed. It'll be a busy day for me, so I can't stream anything, I don't think. Besides that, that is pretty much it for the weekend. AF1 has concluded. We'll be eagerly anticipating our next season starting 13th of March, so not that long. Nice little warm up to the actual F1 season. And yeah, there you go, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.